Something I talk about quite often is the concept of suffering. If you haven't listened to one of my videos on suffering, it might be worth taking a look at that, and I can drop a link in the notes for this video. I don't so much want to talk about suffering today. I want to talk about a possible solution for dealing with what arises as suffering. And just to recap, I view suffering as our response to aversions. And by aversions, I mean stuff that happens that we don't like. A lot of times, for me, aversions arise what appears to be from the internal experience. Like a classic one for me is getting angry. Right? I feel anger, and then the problem is made worse by the fact that I sort of get angry about the fact that I'm angry. Why am I angry? I'm this person who has this meditation practice and this lifestyle that's healthy. Shouldn't I have graduated from anger? The solution, as I see it, is starting to recognize those aversions, those arising states or events as flags, as an opportunity to pause and consider another way of looking at what's going on. So, some potential flags might include like anger or arising fear or anxiety, but it could also be mind states like a defensiveness starts to arise. It could also be something physical. So not limited just to the internal experience, but what happens to us, like if we get injured or if we're being clumsy. We might notice that we're feeling stressed out or some kind of anguish. So this is just a few of the things that could arise. There are many states or events that arise that we have this reaction to, what I call suffering. What we can do is over time, and it takes time, we can start to recognize that reaction, that feeling of, why am I angry again? Or why am I being so clumsy today? Or why did I just stub my toe? That feeling of sort of indignance around this arising aversion in our lives can be a flag to pause and get curious. Now, for me, a lot of these negative states or events that I've described arise from a sense of rushing. It's me trying to multitask, trying to do many things quickly at once is invariably going to give rise to almost that entire list that I just rattled off. But it's certainly not limited to that list. What can arise and feel like that thing that why is this happening to me right now? Is a great opportunity for the flag to pop up, for us to pause and get curious. Another way to consider anger is it is a part of me that cares so deeply about something that I'm having this negative outward reaction. In other words, when I feel anger, it's because I care a lot about whatever it is that I'm focusing that anger on. When I'm clumsy, it is a surefire sign, almost always. There are exceptions, that I am trying to move faster than I am capable of moving, and I'm probably trying to do more than one thing at a time. It is not a gremlin that knocked that thing off the shelf behind me as I walked away. I was moving so fast I didn't fully set it on the shelf. That's the truth of what happens no matter what story I want to tell myself. If I'm feeling defensive, right, or if I'm noticing a defensiveness arising, there's something going on that's worth pausing and considering and potentially taking a wiser response to than what I'm tending to want to do, which is react in any given moment. Those endless reactions to life's aversions are what contribute, in my experience, to just a generally negative life experience. And so that moment where I see the flag go up and where I can pause is a great opportunity for me to usually to slow down and do something different than what I would normally do. You might find this useful in your own life as you notice arising and repeat feelings or events that when they happen, you feel like, I really loathe when this is happening, when I'm in this mind state, when this thing happens. And you might consider taking that pause to investigate what is this actually about? What could be the positive spin on what this is about? What's actually going on at the root of this? That can be a very interesting process of discovery.